don't like being in front of a camera. I don't like this at all. Anyway, I'm gonna do it anyway. This is, I guess, behind the scenes for a little mini headshot thing I'm gonna do with myself, because there's some things I saw on the internet that I want to try out. And I have new light toys, so I'm gonna do that, and then also I'm gonna use them in the reels. That way, also don't get struck down by the copyright gods of YouTube when I eventually put this up. I'm listening to music through my earbuds. But so you guys know what I'm listening to, I'm going to be listening to The Prodigy the entire time, because they're goated beyond compare. And I'll cut things, I guess, as necessary, so it's not super boring the whole way. But until then, I need to turn on this fan behind me, because it's getting warm in here already, because it is hot in the desert during summer. Cheers. Camera for the reels. Duh. This do be loud, huh? Gotta do what you gotta do. I need to get some lens cleaner. Kind of dirty up in that ditch right there. Not terrible, though. Oh, good, I am in frame. I kind of forgot about that a little bit. There's my other tripod I need right there. Champions of the... Alright, since I have the camera here, or should I move it over there? That way I can collect it from here, because I need this outlet too. This is what I'm going to have to do. It's weird I have to think about this now, since I chose this to be my job. Nah, it don't work. Maybe just have to way back. There we go, that'll do it. Think so? I think so. I don't know. If you're actually watching this, say hi, I guess. I hope this will get tall enough. That way I don't have to crouch, because I don't own a stool somehow. So I have nowhere to sit down in here, which is a tad unfortunate. It's fine though. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's totally fine right there. What was I even worried about? So the thing is, I have this 28 to 75, which I love, but I feel like the 90 macro I have will be better for the headshots. So I'm gonna go with that and see how it goes. Oh, and it fits perfectly in the bag right there where I want it to be. Let's go. So, fun fact, this is not a real studio, obviously. This is actually my shed. So, half of it is an art studio for my mother, and this portion here is a sort of mini, photo studio, so I can do nonsense like this. So it's a little tight in here. But just enough space to walk around and do what I need to do, so I think we're alright. Speaking of, let's put a CPL on this beautiful lens we have here that I need to clean off, it would seem. I have 3 CPLs in one case. That's the right one. There we go. Still looking a little dusty though. Much better. Woo. So when I can eventually afford to purchase equipment, the next thing I'm probably going to get is a small rig case for specifically the video camera. That way I can have an extra handle on it, because I have a gimbal, but I'm gonna be real, I don't really like it that much. I'd much prefer just grabbing that shit handheld and going for it. I find it much more enjoyable overall, to be honest. Alright, you can sort of see at least. So once I have the light, it should be a lot better. We shall see. Let's see how tall this is. Is this tall enough? No, a little bit taller. Ooh, I need to tighten this leg. It's loose. Look at that. You see that? Good heavens! That would be a no-no in my book. Well, no, what I should probably do now, turn on the other camera, that way I can get all the nonsense going on. Well, there's not enough space for me to have all my equipment the way I do. But we're gonna make it work. I should show the behind-the-scenes stuff too, huh? So, I got lucky and I found this off Facebook Marketplace. It's the Zhiyun X100 RGB. Yeah, guy said he didn't use it too much, so he sold it for a great price. And since it was like some like Cam Mackie edition or whatever, it came with the extra artistic lighting and whatnot. So I want to try this out first before I do the other ideas I had in mind, because I just want to see how this looks. And then we'll go from there. It's gonna get dark in here for a second. I want to see how it looks. Woo! Scared the fuck out of me. Oh, it's orange as fuck. Anyway, that 100% came off of that. Because I don't think my thread is long enough to get in there. So, I didn't realize I didn't turn that off. What I'm probably going to do is put it on the big one. And then see what I can do. I also thought this was going to look way different. I don't know if that's because I'm not close enough. Let me see something. So it looks great on the white background. So what I think I'm going to do is take off these sheets and use the white background. And, for this, and then I'm going to do what I'm going to do, was planning on doing with the other stuff. Because I had 2 plans. And they were right, this thing do get hot. Woo! It's made me warm, just holding it. These threads aren't going to be long enough for that. That's because it's a light. That makes sense. So, that means I think I still have a way to work around that. But specifically, my KNF concept tripod. I'm pretty sure. It's a good thing I have all of these different light things and whatnot. Oh, this also goes up. That's good. Because I want this head level with me. Because my specific goal for this little artistic light thing I have is to try and basically match the line with my eyes. Is the goal. So we're just going to see how it looks. Who knows? Maybe I won't even fucking use this. This cleanup's going to take forever afterwards. I'm fucking glistening right now. Good heavens! Also, I don't need a battery pack for this specifically. I have an outlet and the cable. I should just use that instead of wasting the battery for when I actually need it. Silly me. The size of this, it's a brick. Literal brick. I think my internet went down again. Uh-oh. How does it say like that? I don't know where this bar came from, but apparently it's been back there. So we got this big wide open white spot now. Once again, the Prodigy is killing it. Everything's trying to work against me right now, sorry. It's gonna be the eyes. I'm gonna squeeze it just a little bit more. That is bright, baby! You know, I think that works. I'm surprised this thing's got so much good lighting, considering it is almost pitch black in this bitch right now. Anyway. Now it's time to do the fun part. Trying to connect my camera to my phone so I can take the photo from over there. So I don't have to touch the thing. Single shot autofocus. That way once it actually focuses on my face, I won't need it to focus again. Right, I have to turn the Wi-Fi setting on. Lomao! Hee hee ha ha. I love the Prodigy. Sick. Now we stand over here. See how it looks. The light needs to be way higher than I think it does. Because I just don't. I've never used this before. It's a brand new toy. Was it 3 images at 2 seconds apart? That thing gets hot. Wow. My fingers felt it. I shouldn't do this when I stare directly into the light. Because, whew. Gotta have those angles, right? Now with that done, for this specifically, let's turn this off so it gets cooled down a little bit. That is 28 minutes I need to fucking cut down to like 30 seconds because I spent too much time finagling. Because I'm a silly goose. But you know what? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Oh well. No problem. Turn that off. Just give that time to cool down while I think of how I want to do this next bit. Because this next bit, I want to put the softbox and the light behind me, so it's a silhouette photo specifically. And then silhouette photo, I'm gonna see if there's one where I can do like an silhouette edged photo. I saw that on Instagram, but he used a black piece of cardboard, which weirdly enough I don't see in this studio, which is funny to say. So instead of using box, cardboard box or something like that, I'm gonna use my clock here, or at least one of them. I got two, so it shouldn't be too heavy. I should be able to clamp it on, I think, onto the softbox. I'm gonna be spending all fucking day going through all of this now because I'm spending so much time doing it. How long has this been going on? We're only at 46 minutes. We're fine. Alright, that being said, let's keep her moving. So, next bit, what I want to do, I need to see if I have to use my large softbox or the mini softbox that came with my X100 light. This is my thing. Basically, it depends on how large my fucking head is, more or less. Because the goal is to have it right here, and I stand right in front of it. Which then that becomes more than just, well, sort of a headshot, because it's supposed to be shoulder up, not just neck up, because that looks weird. Let's double check to see how these came out before I decide to go with that one or not. What if I told you I had to shoot those again because I cut off my own head? This, however, gives me a chance to do something. First things first, I'm going to pause the video because I can see that my battery's getting low, so I'm going to grab a battery backup to connect to this motherfucker right here. And then we'll keep going. One moment. Forgot that was there. And we're back. Alright, cool. This thing's on the charger. I now know what to do. I think it's set up proper now. So we should be A-okay. This is pointing a little low though, so I deleted the video I was making on my video camera for the reel. Set up. Quick, easy, precise. I wave at the camera. I show the light I'm using. I turn off the light for the studio. I turn that on. Get in front of the light. Snap picture. Reel. Done. Let's go. And then we do the next reel. Solid. Easy. This is going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. Efficient. I like to say, efficiency makes time for creativity. Let's see if I can make it happen. This actually stayed on really well, so that's good. It's working. Let's make sure the focus is on the right spot. It is perfect. All right. So as soon as this reconnects to itself, these will be good. Once again, I'm gonna go 3 sets of 3 images, 2 seconds apart. is not caught off. I don't like that last one when I'm staring directly at it, so I'm going to change the angles on how I look at it from down here right there. That might help. We'll see. Okay, I think that did help actually. Sick. We're going to do the next one, which I think I am going to have to use large softbox because it takes up more of the space, so it's just would be helpful, you know? So we're going to do that. Woo! Toasty. I need to play around with this more to see the other ways I can use it, but not bad for a first try, methinks. Second try, I guess. This thing is awesome. Am I doing this right? I put it on earlier. There we go. Okay, so I forgot. I have a completely extra light stand. So I just put the one I was using away, put the light back on it. I feel it's more efficient to keep things. I have an extra after all. So I'm gonna use that one now. And then we're gonna, how am I gonna do it? Setup. Camera. Wave. Put the light on. Open the softbox. Put that on. Softbox is going to have to be on before I turn off this light because it's going to be inside. So, yeah. So that's how we'll do it with all three of the photos. All three of the photos I'm about to take. One's going to be softbox by itself. One's going to be with fabric sheet over the center. See if I can get a silhouette around the sides of my face and not just full silhouette. And then the third one, I have masking tape. I'm really curious to see if I can block light in like column patterns to make it look interesting. So I'm going to try that. And if it doesn't work, then it won't go in. I gotta say, lighting this up is hard. I pinched myself! Ow! We're good, we're fine. I'm not angry. I'm dumb, not angry. Poor pinch myself. Bad. Woo! There's a more efficient way for me to be doing this. I know there is. So sometime I'll figure it out. So, I didn't notice while I was doing those other two portrait things, but my little camcorder here kind of overheated and stopped recording. So, I don't have the last two things, I think. I have to go back to the footage and find out. Oops. But I think there's plenty. I think you understand what behind the scenes are. There's one more thing I'll show you before I end it. So, see if I can get this cut right. I want to try this in DaVinci. So it's going to be, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, all right, scene,